Chefs take the heat all day, every day. Performing under pressure is what we do. Just like Philadelphia cream cheese, Philly's creamy texture holds up every time. Ask your distributor for the original Philadelphia cream cheese. Originals deserve the original.
Cracker Barrel has drawn the ire of conservatives. A lot of cars are adding their own drive-thrus to restaurants, and here comes Zipotle. Welcome to Restaurant Daily, a look at the most important news of the day from the editors of Restaurant Business and Nation's Restaurant News. I'm Jonathan Mays, editor-in-chief of Restaurant Business.
And I'm Ron Ruggles, senior editor with Nation's Restaurant News. Cracker Barrel has a new logo, and conservatives aren't happy about it. The rebrand ditches the illustration of a man in a barrel in favor of a more streamlined word mark. It has sparked backlash on social media, with some critics calling it a woke effort to promote diversity, equity, and inclusion. Cracker Barrel responded that its values haven't changed and that Uncle Herschel, the man from the old logo, is still part of its restaurants and menu. Cracker Barrel stock was down more than 8% Thursday afternoon.
What happens when influencers are hit by a car while they're sitting in a restaurant? That happened in Houston, where two influencers were filming their meal as a car comes crashing through the window. It seems like a freak accident, but vehicle-into-building crashes happen all the time. By some estimates, more than 100 times a day around the country, and nearly 20% of the time, those crashes occur in restaurants. Portillo's, for example, is facing a lawsuit from the parents of a 2-year-old who was killed when a car crashed into a restaurant in July. Safety experts say there are simple design features that can protect restaurants from such tragedies, including installing protective bollards. Learn more at restaurantbusinessonline.com.
You can now get your Chipotle burrito delivered by a hovering drone.
Thank God.
I'm in Dallas, so I'm hoping it's close. That is if you're in the Rowlett area of the Dallas-Fort Worth suburbs. Chipotle just announced a partnership with Zipline, which will let customers in the test market order via Zipotle delivery service. Orders are placed into a zipping point. The Zip drones then picks up the order and flies it to the destination. While the drone hovers 30 feet in the air, the Zip then lowers the order to the ground. Chipotle is not the first restaurant brand to partner with Zipline. In 2023, Sweet Green tested Zipline ordering.
Starbucks is testing out coconut water-based beverages. The new drinks, Cocoa Cold Brew and Cocoa Matcha, are made with coconut waters over ice and topped with a layer of cold foam. They're part of Starbucks' recent health and wellness push. Both drinks come in at under 250 calories and less than 12 grams of sugar for a grande size. The drinks are currently being tested in select cafes in New York, Los Angeles, Chicago, and smaller Midwest markets.
In-N-Out has nothing on Sweet Martha's cookie jar. The Minnesota State Fair opened on Thursday. The fair draws 2 million people over a 12-day period and features 1,600 different food items from 280 different vendors, including Sweet Martha's. Sweet Martha's generates $5 million over those 12 days at its 3 fair sites, or about the same amount as an In-N-Out restaurant makes over a full year. For an inside look at Minnesota's 12-day food frenzy, check out foodservicedirector.com.
Why is restaurant traffic falling? Check consumer confidence. The metric of consumer confidence in the economy is the single biggest indicator of industry traffic, at least according to the consulting firm Revenue Management Solutions. Historically, jobs and gas prices have been the driver of traffic, but with both of those metrics stable, the psyche of the consumer is the most important, and consumer confidence has dropped about 14 points since 2023. A 10-point drop in the metric can hurt traffic by up to 2%.
Schlotzsky's got a head start on fall with a new sandwich and salad. While a turkey and apple sandwich might not seem like a simple item to develop, Chef Jen Kale tried a couple of different cheeses, condiments, and buns to make sure the components worked well together. Plus, she aimed for something customers would never make at home. The result is a sandwich that doesn't get soggy in transit and has great eatability, according to her story in Behind the Menu.
Patina Group is getting into the chicken sandwich game. The Delaware North-owned hospitality company is planning to launch Hencraft in Buffalo, New York, early next year. It is a fast casual chicken concept built around super crunchy fried chicken tenders. It will be tested as a standalone concept that could also go into the group's sports or entertainment venues. Hencraft is the first brand to be tested in the Buffalo location, which is across the street from Delaware North U.S. headquarters. No pressure. The restaurant will serve as a brand incubator as Patina Group looks to double the size of its business with both on-site food service contracts and standalone commercial brands.
And that should do it for today's edition of Restaurant Daily. Check us out every weekday on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or anywhere else you get your podcasts. I'm Ron Ruggles.
And I'm still Jonathan Mays. Have a fine day.
Thank you for listening to today's episode of Restaurant Daily. Rate us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and subscribe. Chefs take the heat all day, every day. Performing under pressure is what we do. Just like Philadelphia cream cheese, Philly's creamy texture holds up every time. Ask your distributor for the original Philadelphia cream cheese. Originals deserve the original.